Just thought I'd take a moment, listen to those birds that I pay to chirp every morning. Say, just pulled the car out from the cold start video that hopefully some of you took a peek at. Going to do a thorough walk around video on this absolutely freaking stunning 70 Chevelle SS454 LS6 tribute car. But I think I'm going to do the videos in a few different parts to kind of chop them up a little bit. The first one, I'm going to just talk a little bit about the restoration process that took place on the car, and then in the other videos I want to point out some of the cool details that really help make this car stand out from other tribute cars, and will make 99% of the folks out there pretty certain that this is a true super sport car. Hey, so regarding the restoration, it occurred in two parts. The car was painted, believe it or not, as glossy and deep as this paint is. It's a single stage enamel paint that was likely put on around 20 years ago or so. It shows so well. If someone had to force me to describe it, I guess I'd call it like a 3-footer. It's really not, unless you're inspecting the paint very, very closely, do you notice some of the flaws and things of that sort. But as we do a walk around, and hopefully from the photographs that you've seen of the car as well, you can see that you will receive compliments everywhere you go with this car. There's nothing hotter than a cranberry red 70 SS Chevelle. It truly was the pinnacle of the muscle car era. And even, for Gen Xers like me, when I did the cold start video, I started it with Matthew McConaughey's line on Dazed and Confused. All right, all right, all right. This is how we remember these cars. They were the best. They were the best ever. And you really will be proud to have this in your collection. About 10 to 12 years ago, the car received the second part of the restoration. The engine and transmission were rebuilt. The interior was done, and the suspension components were restored as well. I've detailed a lot of this in other videos, so I'll try to be brief. Here's the scoop on the suspension. Bushings, ball joints, shocks and springs have been done. The correct F41 suspension is in place on this car. The engine and transmission have been obviously rebuilt. When you drive the car, you'll know what I'm saying. Unfortunately, we're still trying to track down those receipts. So here's the scoop. Because I can't prove the engine and trans were done, let's just say they weren't done. But when you drive the car, I think you're going to agree that they've been rebuilt. The transmission receipt, we believe, went with another car, unfortunately, because 2 rebuilds were done on the same invoice. That was from David's 4 Speeds out of Milwaukee. Some of you are shaking your head right now, because we're fortunate here in Milwaukee to have David right at our footsteps. I wouldn't say arguably, but probably the best Muncie rebuilder in the country. Engine is just too tight to have not been gone through, but again, I don't have those specs, so I can't tell you that it was gone through top and bottom and things like that. So let's just say the car needs to be driven. Um, as I mentioned earlier, the interior was completely restored. As you can see, it has the correct SS dash in the car, the correct steering wheel, dash pad, bucket seats, console. All the seat covers were done. Door panels look good. Headliner looks good. Carpet was replaced. It was totally gone through. You can open the doors on this car at any show and be super proud of what's there. Everything was, looks to have been done nicely. I'd certainly be really proud to own this vehicle. I feel like we're getting up on the 6 minute mark, so I'm going to stop here and pick back up with some more detailed items on the car.